Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Kristina is next rooftop jumper threat. Sam's death pushes sister to breaking point. General Hospital, GH. Spoilers reveal that Kristina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mancy, is already carrying a lot of guilt when it comes to her baby's demise, and the mess that Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Gran, is now in. Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Veganos, has been blaming Kristina for everything, so that's adding to her sister's struggles. It's true that Kristina has made some bad decisions lately, but it's not her fault she accidentally fell out a window. Likewise, Kristina didn't force Alexis to take the gun out of her purse and stupidly dispose of it in front of witnesses. That said, Kristina has to live with the fact that her baby might have survived if she hadn't gone to Ava Jerome's Mora West hotel suite that day. If Kristina hadn't stolen that weapon, then Alexis also wouldn't have gotten rid of it and landed behind bars. Kristina recently opened up to Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, about at least some of the issues she's dealing with. Although Kristina obviously couldn't get into the gun drama, she shared her guilt over her lost little girl and got Felicia's support. It's good to see Kristina taking some positive steps for her mental health, but she may crumble all over again due to the next Davis family blow. It looks like Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, may dive into the choppy river for that gun and face a grim fate in the process. What happens once Molly holds Kristina responsible for the death of their oldest sister, too? Molly may argue that it would have been better for Kristina to never have been born since she's brought so much pain and destruction. Sam's grisly outcome may push Kristina over the edge and make her tempted to just end it all. Alexis was previously afraid that the gun in Kristina's purse was something she intended to use on herself, so that may have been foreshadowing things a bit. Will Kristina sink to a low point and feel like she has nothing left to live for? Could Kristina become the next character to wind up on the GH rooftop, ready to jump? If that's the case, maybe it could be Molly who talks Kristina off the ledge in a touching twist. Molly might beg Kristina not to make her mourn another sister after Sam and admit they really need each other. It could be a moving way for Kristina and Sam to finally start fixing the problems between them down the road. Regardless, Kristina may need more mental help once Sam dies, so we'll bring you predictions on whether she might check into a psychiatric facility. General Hospital spoilers hint that Sam's tragedy will bring a tough setback for all the Davis girls, so stay tuned for updates on the trouble that sad news will cause. Port Charles is about to experience another emotional whirlwind, and this time it centers around one of its most conflicted residents, Kristina Corinthos Davis. Known for her fiery spirit, Kristina has always been a character full of complexity, torn between her family's mob connections and the desire to carve out her own identity. But as events spiral out of control, a devastating tragedy pushes her toward a dangerous breaking point, one that could end on the hospital rooftop. The Corinthos family in crisis. The Corinthos family has always been resilient, facing tragedy after tragedy, but nothing can prepare them for the death of Sam McCall. Sam, the tough, fearless private investigator, has had more than her fair share of life-or-death situations. But this time, fate deals her the cruelest hand. After investigating one of Port Charles' most dangerous figures, Sam becomes the target of a revenge plot. In an unexpected turn of events, she's caught in the crossfire during a high-stakes mob exchange gone wrong. The family is left shattered by the news, with Jason Morgan, her soulmate, taking the brunt of the guilt. However, Sam's younger sister, Kristina, is the one who's hit hardest by the loss. Kristina's deepening guilt. Kristina has never been one to shy away from expressing her feelings, but lately, she's been struggling with her sense of identity and belonging. Her tumultuous past, combined with her role in the Corinthos family's criminal legacy, has always weighed heavily on her. She's had a rocky relationship with Sam, one that's been marked by love, jealousy, and misunderstandings. In the days leading up to Sam's death, Kristina had distanced herself from her sister, frustrated by her own inability to match up to Sam's strength and independence. Now Kristina can't help but feel responsible for what happened. If only she had been there, if only she hadn't been so focused on her own problems, maybe things would have turned out differently. Her guilt is suffocating, and she finds herself spiraling, isolating herself from friends and family. Sonny's desperate attempts to save Kristina. Sonny Corinthos, already devastated by losing a daughter he considered his own, is terrified of losing Kristina too. The cracks in her emotional stability are obvious to him, even if she's trying to hide it. He's no stranger to the dark pull of despair. Sonny himself has battled bipolar disorder and has been pushed to the brink more than once. He sees the signs in Kristina and knows he has to intervene before it's too late. Sonny enlists Carly's help, and together they try to reach out to Kristina, urging her to come back home, to talk to them, to stay connected. But Kristina pushes them away, shutting them out in her grief and guilt. Every conversation turns into an argument as Kristina's rage and pain spill out uncontrollably. "I'm not Sam. I'll never be like her. Maybe if you all stopped expecting so much from me, I wouldn't be such a disappointment," Kristina yells at Sonny during one particularly heated exchange. Her words cut deep, leaving Sonny helpless in the face of her suffering. Alexis steps in, but is it too late? Alexis Davis, Kristina's mother, is no stranger to emotional breakdowns, having struggled with addiction and her own share of trauma over the years. Seeing Kristina unravel reminds Alexis of her own darkest days. Desperate to save her daughter, Alexis tries to bond with Kristina, offering her support and encouraging her to seek therapy. But Kristina is resistant, drowning in her own despair. The tension between mother and daughter builds, culminating in a devastating argument where Kristina blames Alexis for her failures as a mother, saying she never felt like she could live up to her siblings. Alexis is crushed but knows that Kristina's lashing out is a symptom of something much deeper, her overwhelming grief for Sam. Determined not to lose her daughter to this darkness, Alexis reaches out to Dr. Kevin Collins, hoping that professional intervention can help Kristina before it's too late. But with Kristina's emotions so raw and unstable, even the most well-intentioned efforts might fall short. The Rooftop, Kristina's final stand. In the dead of night, Kristina finds herself on the roof of General Hospital, the same place where so many others have faced their demons. The weight of everything has become unbearable. The guilt, the anger, the loss, it all comes crashing down, and Kristina stands at the edge, peering down at the world below. Tears stream down her face as she hears Sam's voice in her mind, replaying their last conversation, full of unresolved tension. "I'm sorry, Sam. I'm so sorry," Kristina whispers into the night, her voice barely audible. Unbeknownst to Kristina, someone has been watching her, the one person who might be able to pull her back from the brink. Jason Morgan, who is still reeling from Sam's death himself, has been keeping an eye on Kristina. He knows how much Sam meant to her, and how the loss has pushed her toward a dark place. As he approaches cautiously, his heart pounds in his chest, knowing that one wrong move could be the difference between life and death. "Kristina, step back," Jason says softly, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "You don't need to do this." Kristina, startled by his presence, looks at him with tear-filled eyes. "Why shouldn't I? Sam's gone, Jason. What's left for me? I don't even know who I am anymore." Jason, ever the man of few words, takes a slow, careful step toward her. "I know you loved her, Kristina. And I know you're hurting. But this isn't what Sam would want. She loved you too, and she wouldn't want you to throw your life away. The silence between them is thick with tension as Kristina battles the storm within her. For a moment, it seems like she might let go, surrendering to the grief that has consumed her. But then something in Jason's words reaches her. The thought of Sam's love, of the bond they shared, however imperfect, flickers inside her. Slowly, Kristina steps back from the edge, collapsing into Jason's arms, sobbing uncontrollably. The aftermath. As dawn breaks over Port Charles, Kristina's emotional ordeal isn't over, but the worst of it has passed. With Jason by her side, she returns to the Corinthos family, where Sonny, Carly, and Alexis are waiting with open arms, relieved to have her back. But the scars of Sam's death will remain for a long time, and Kristina will have to work through her pain one step at a time. Though the road to healing is long and fraught with challenges, Kristina has taken the first step, choosing life, even in the face of unbearable grief. And with her family's support, she may just find a way to honor Sam's memory by rediscovering herself.